from the band Good Charlotte, and we're very happy to be here tonight. And we want to thank you guys for joining us, and thank you for all the questions too. We see some of the questions here, and they all look like great questions. And
yes, very intelligent questions we have.
Recognize many of the names.
We do recognize some of the GC fam has sent questions in.
GC fam is in the house, and yeah, so we're gonna answer some questions, and hopefully we can answer as many as we can get to, and
hopefully we will give you as intelligent and answers as we can,
and you won't be too bored. All right, so here we go. Let's start. Maya GC, at Maya GC on Twitter, who we know and follow, I think.
Yeah.
Asks, have you accomplished everything you wanted as a band, and what has been the biggest challenge?
Have we accomplished? No, we have not accomplished everything we want to as a band. I think that, we have.
I have accomplished everything I want to as a man, but no, that wasn't funny.
As a band, there's still some things we want to accomplish.
I think there's a lot of things we want to accomplish. I mean, we're still pretty young, and we got lucky and got a young start and got signed at a pretty young age. So we've gotten to put out records for the last 10 years, and we're still pretty young, and energetic. So there's still a lot of things we want to do. There's tours that we want to do, and there's bands that we'd like to tour with. I've always wanted to win a Grammy.
Yeah,
I've always wanted a Grammy.
I've always wanted to have a #1 song.
Yes, and I think that there's still things back home, that we want to do as a band back in the Maryland, D.C. area. Ideas we have for certain shows, or there's a long list. But so no, we haven't accomplished everything that we wanted as a band. However, we have accomplished a lot of things that we do, appreciate. Just even the fact that we still all really get along and like each other. That's a big accomplishment. I mean, I feel like I see so many bands who might not really, I guess they don't really like being around each other or whatever. And I love being around my band. We have a great time hanging out, and we're having more fun than ever really doing this. So.
And we've been together for 14 years, which to us is a big accomplishment. So,
working on it.
It's been
working
good.
on it.
So thank you, Maya GC.
I Am Romance asks, what do you think it is that makes your fans special?
I think that's a good question. We have very
we do
unique.
think our fans are special.
We do. Our fans, all those Good Charlotte fans out there, old and new, everyone. I think that our fans are very loud. Like we always say, one Good Charlotte fan is louder than 100 fans of any other band. Our fans really, they're really vocal about our band and what they like about our band. And I think that the longer you become a Good Charlotte fan, the more you dig into our music, the more you dig into our lyrics, the more you get to know us as a band. I think we get to know each other, and we become, pretty close, and we're very close with a lot of our fans. And we know a lot of our fans that have been with us for 10 years, and 9 years, and 8 years, and 7 years, and all the way along with each record, we pick up new fans, and all of our fans are important to us, and we try really hard to be the best band we can for our fans, but also just to be pretty honest with you guys. And
I think our fans are special too because they let us be ourselves, and we don't always have to give them the right answer. We don't always have to, we've never been, musically our fans have always let us do what we want, and a lot of bands get boxed into certain things because they're afraid to upset their fans, and our fans have always supported us to do things different and supported us to just be ourselves.
I think also sometimes people don't want to, when they have fans, they don't want to let their fans see who they really are, and I think our band, we've really let our fans see who we really are with our faults and everything. So we have great people that like our band. So thank you guys, by the way, all the people who like
Ashy Marie, we know Ashy Marie.
We do.
asks, what do you like most about cardiology?
The thing I like the most about cardiology, Ashley Marie, is that it's got something from each record we've made on it. Like there's some stuff that reminds me of like the first record and the second record, and then there's stuff that reminds me of Chronicles. There's stuff that reminds me of Good Morning Revival. It's like a really good kind of culmination of like everything we've ever done. You know, the really, really melodic kind of pop punk. There's some dark stuff. There's some, you know, there's all these different moments we've had on each record over the last 10 years. This record kind of sums it up. And
I like the vibe. I just like the like spirit of the record. It's just
good vibes.
I think you can just feel how happy we are to be playing together and to be, you know, making the record. And I think when you hear the record as a whole, you'll really feel that, you know, and
You'll feel it in your loins.
you'll feel it not in your loins, but you'll feel it somewhere.
X Chrissy.
We know X Chrissy.
It's Krisse for all of you who are wondering.
Over the years, what's your favorite memory, individually and also as a band?
I don't know. There's too many memories to, you know.
It's hard to choose just one, but there are definitely, we've had a tour in every country or continent that collectively as a band we all remember. The U.S., there's certain U.S. tours that we just can't forget.
Japan,
South America, Asia.
Australia.
You know, I mean, and so there's a tour or two, or you know, in each different country or territory that we all look back on and just go, wow, that was some of the best times of our life, you know? And it's pretty cool when you can say that. Sometimes you know, to think back and go, you know, and to think maybe you get to do it again. It's pretty cool when you can do that. Individually, I mean, everyone probably has their own. I definitely remember certain moments, or certain shows, or I mean, I remember, I don't know, every record has a different memory, you know? Every record. I'll really, the first record was a special memory for me because we were just kind of, we had no idea what we were doing, and we just, you know, and it was...
Yeah, first record, the tour we did with MXPX was a good memory for me. It was like a big learning experience. A lot of firsts for me on that tour. But, yeah, good memories. Thanks for the memories, guys. In the words of Fall Out Boy, thanks for the memories.
For the MMRs.
Thanks for the MMRs.
Rocker Baby,
Rocker Baby.
who is the baby of a rocker. In 10 years, as a band, I was just kidding, Rocker Baby. I like your name. I was just giving you a little shout out. In 10 years as a band, what was the moment that made you stop and think, wow, how did this happen?
Wow. How did this happen?
You have a lot. I mean, I have a lot of those. I still have them on all the time.
Good and bad, though. Good and bad.
Yeah.
I'm sure Benj has woken up in a hotel room
Yeah,
somewhere.
we don't need to elaborate. But there's definitely times when I go, wow,
How did this happen?
how did this happen?
And then there's moments where
There's wow, how did this happen? Like, wow, this is great. How did this happen? This is great. And then there's, wow, how did you know, this happen? You know? So,
a lot of those.
yeah, so, but you know what? I still have them every day. I'm, you know, on the last tour we just did, you know, you have, you know, you can see it on the GCTVs. You know,
I had a wow, how did this happen moment when I watched we did a video for Counting the Days on our website on goodshot.com. Some of you have probably seen it. And we over the last 3 months of touring, for this last tour we did with like All Time Low and all the tours we were on, and then we went to Europe. We put together the live video for Counting the Days, and I watched it, and I was like, wow, how did this happen?
yeah, it's a good one. Good way to ramble.
Yeah.
Okay, Robin from Tucson, Arizona. Hi, Robin. Thanks for being here. What's the last really fun thing you did that has nothing to do with playing music?
A couple of weeks ago, we were in Australia.
Let's keep it PG-13.
We
Keep it PG-13.
got to ride in race cars. I don't know what you're thinking about, but we got to ride in like, you know, like NASCAR over in Australia.
There were V8 supercars.
V8 supercars. and the Kelly brothers were the drivers. These two brothers that drive these cars, Jack Daniels.
Nice guys.
Yeah, and we got to go out and go for some hot laps, which is like they do full speed kind of like test runs of the track, and we got to ride along and never done anything like that, and that was pretty fun.
I like rolling down hills.
Binge goes rolling down hills.
Drive around and look for good hills that would be fun to roll down.
Find an old tire, get in it, just roll down the hill.
Yeah.
That's what we did as kids.
Giggle, laugh.
Tickle fights. Anyways, yeah.
Not really.
Thanks, Robin.
Christina from Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Christina, Eau Claire, Wisconsin's in the house. Thanks for joining us.
Eau Claire,
Ask,
Wisconsin.
Who was your
what?
Who was your biggest idol growing up?
My biggest idol growing up.
My biggest idol growing up was Bo Jackson. I loved Bo Jackson. He was my favorite guy ever in history. Like,
Mine was Darryl Strawberry, which probably, Darryl Strawberry was my biggest idol. And
might surprise some people because he's a baseball player and you're a musician. But
yeah, I was a huge baseball fan, and I liked the Orioles were my team, but I liked the Dodgers too because I somehow became obsessed with Darryl Strawberry.
I love Bo Jackson. I still love Bo Jackson. I actually Twittered a article someone had written about him recently. And man, I love that guy. If you're watching,
There you go.
Dana from Omaha, Nebraska asks, do you prefer playing in smaller venues or big arenas?
I think they both have. They're both fun in different ways. There's nothing like a big arena rock show. It's really fun. I
But
mean,
playing a packed club with your really hardcore fans is something
there's
special.
really like I would say the packed club with like the hardcore fans. I've had more special moments where I really felt like I don't know. I really it was really special. But then the big arena shows are really fun. It's like something else. It's definitely a rush.